Hello and welcome to another episode of the DG Beer Review. This time we go to Lancaster, Pennsylvania, heart of the Amish country. And we have a beer that, if you're not from the Amish country or if you're not from Pennsylvania in general, you have no idea why it's named Shoo Fly Pie. Shoo Fly Pie Porter. Well, Shoo Fly Pie is a famous style of pie in Lancaster, quite simply. There you see picture of the pie and the scrumptious flies that are flying right near it. So this is an ale that's brewed with molasses and vanilla. Kind of an old school looking recipe, maybe an Amish style recipe. On the can it says, bringing to mind the flavor of homemade Pennsylvania Dutch Shoo Fly pie, we brewed our porter with pure Lancaster County molasses and a colorful array of toasty malts. We then add pure vanilla for a flavor profile that's both smooth and uniquely complex. This is an English porter style that we've done a little bit over the years. Of course, started out as a popular beer with transportation workers of central London, hence the name English porter. Usually it clocks in around 4.5 to 7% ABV, 20 to 30 IBUs. This one in particular is on the upper scale, 6.2% ABV, and kind of on the lower scale, I guess in the middle of the scale there, 25 IBUs. For that. Deep brown color, 15.2 OG. So the traditional British brewing documentation from the 1700s states that porter was a blend of 3 different styles. They had an old ale, new ale, and a weak ale, and the end result was something that had a pleasing taste, I guess. They called it entire butt or 3 threads. Good that they changed the name to an English porter. Really a famous beer during the Industrial Revolution, so it definitely has a bit of a history to it. This, of course, is the Lancaster, PA take on this old classic. It's a seasonal beer, usually available September through October, just 2 months a year, looks like. And I don't know if there's a best by date. It says, "Don't you know I'm loco?" That's what it says on the bottom. I guess they knew people like me are going to look for an expiration date. I didn't find one. Big pour. I'm sorry. This is my awful pouring skills again. People are going to comment like they did on that in one video. But look at this billowing cascade that we have as it kind of slowly rises. I like that. Very frothy. So we have a gigantic khaki head of beer here. I wasn't expecting so much of a head. That's probably why I poured it the way I did. Maybe I was thinking, hey, this is going to be like a Belgian. No, it's more like a porter, and it's got an off-brown head to it. So good look to it, though. Aroma-wise, I'm definitely getting that vanilla, toasty smell to it. Really a good smelling beer. I mean, this is just porter personified, basically, if that makes any sense, which it probably doesn't. What else can I fill this time in while we wait for the head to dissipate? Yeah, a lot going on here. Can't really see my hand through the beer, so there's a very dark color with a little hint of lighter brown as you go further down in this. Almost like a black and tan kind of look to it. Let's go get the taste. I'll get the beer mustache going. Definitely a sugar-heavy beer. This is very sweet. Getting that vanilla sensation with the toastiness as well. So like a toasted vanilla, sugary concoction. That was all head. I'm gonna get killed for this. Yeah, this is a really complex kind of concoction of molasses and vanilla and that roasty, toasty kind of note that you get from this style. I really like it. It's a little heavy, though, I think, to have with dinner. Might be kind of a dessert beer or just a beer when you're not eating anything kind of look to it. But a very good representation of the style. I'm going to go ahead and give Shoo Fly Pie Porter an 8.5 out of 10. I think it's got a great look to it. And it's got a great aroma to it as well. And I like the concoction. I think the one little knock on it would be the sweetness is a little bit too over the top. Of course, you put molasses in it, and the sweetness is going to be pretty high, but it's kind of a little bit too high to me. But really, really good taste, really good representation of the style, and a good Lancaster twinge to it that they did for this beer. So 8.5 out of 10 for a Lancaster Brewing Company's Shoo Fly Pie Porter.